Stricter aviation regulations to be put in place in the wake of air accidents. Good evening, everyone. I'm LaJohn Davis. Government will strengthen laws with regards to the aviation sector. This comes nearly 1 week after that plane crash in North Andros, where all on board the flight were killed. Carla Palmer talked to the aviation minister about stricter regulations, and she also tells us that he plans to clamp down on air hackers.
Although investigations are ongoing into that fatal Andros plane crash, Aviation Minister Dionisio de Aguilar had this to say about those in the sector who may be hacking.
It seems to be a concerted effort by many pilots who want to be involved in the hacking business to declare that they're only transporting passengers who are their friends and their family. But really, they're transporting people for pay. And we are actively, I've charged the Bahamas Civil Aviation Authority to let's change that dynamic. Let's give the necessary entities the teeth and the power to prevent this problem from continuing.
Having acknowledged that the problem of hacking has been long-standing, Minister de Aguilar says this problem must be rectified immediately. As minister responsible, he says it's now a priority.
I mean, when I ask people, well, why hasn't this been dealt with? I mean, I'm a Johnny-come-lately. I've just arrived. You know, this is new to me. And why hasn't this been done with? And I hear over and over again, there isn't the political will to deal with this. And I'm like, why not? Bahamian lives are at stake. We need to deal with this. We need to address this issue. And I've charged the Director General of the Bahamas Civil Aviation Authority to come up with a plan. Let's deal with this, man. The people lives are being lost, and that should not be tolerated. There should be a zero tolerance on the violation of rules and regulations as it relates to aviation. It's just unacceptable. And I'm going to do my endeavor best to try and clamp down this whole hacking business. I don't know what's involved. I don't know the intricacy of it, but I'm definitely going to learn about it. And for those that my technical staff that support me in the aviation ministry, I've charged them with let's deal with this. Let's change the regulations.
The aviation minister disclosed his immediate directives to effect change.
All pilots leave from airports. Let us empower the place from which they depart or the place from which they arrive to with the power to inspect and to check and to verify the documents to ensure that the aircraft is airworthy and the pilot indeed has a license to transport people for commercial purposes. This cannot continue. The Bahamian people expect their regulators to ensure that when they go to the airport and they get on that plane, we as the regulators have checked that plane and verified that that pilot is indeed in a position to transport people for pay.
Minister de Aguilar says lives were lost as a result of an unregulated system of checks and balances. And moving forward, he will be that change agent.
It's up to us to be able to look ourselves in the mirror and say, you know what, we did the right thing. And it certainly was not a result of something that we did not do. And I'm not convinced that we're doing all that we can do. And I intend to change that.
Carla Palmer, ZNS Network News.